Our next guests are back home after a very busy year, which included a support slot in Arctic Monkeys Arena tour and success that stretched as far as Japan. Gluttons for Punishment, they're going on tour again in the next month, all across the country. Before we meet them, take a look at this.
You can't judge an apple by looking at the tree. You can't judge honey by looking at the bee. Judge sister by looking at her brother. You can't judge a book by looking at the cover.
Lads, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, in the busy schedule. I mean, like, seriously, are you gluttons for punishment, or are you like?
Well, it's make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah.
Might as well. And we haven't, it's December looks a bit quiet. We said, actually, what do we do?
Sure, an Irish tour, yeah. It's
a
our
month
first
off
Monopoly.
but this is the thing. I hadn't realised that you guys have not actually done a full tour across Ireland before.
First full Irish tour. Like, we gigged a lot, obviously, at the start, going around Ireland, but it was mainly playing in Dublin and then going around the country in dribs and drabs. So this is our first, taking it all
and
in.
kicking it off at home as well.
We are indeed, yeah, 2 nights in Town Hall.
Which, of course, was fully intentional. Last time I spoke to you guys was Electric Picnic, and you were just getting ready to go into the studio.
Yeah.
So how has that been? Are you happy with how it's going?
Yeah, I mean, it's been fantastic. We're in Soho, in Dean Street Studios, and
What was it laugh for?
yeah,
I didn't do anything.
it's just a little side because we're in Soho in Dean Street Studios doing the new album. And yeah, it's been going fantastic. It's been slightly different, because we haven't got to road test any of these songs. We've been writing them on the road, and but it's been really great. I'm really excited for it to come out. Hopefully, it's going to come out early next year. So.
Do you put pressure on yourselves in that situation, or is it kind of relieved? Can you escape from all that? Because they say second album syndrome and all that sort of stuff, but.
Well, it's kind of pressure that it has to be good. You have to be having an album that you're proud of and as well is kind of commercially viable to an extent. And kind of there's pressure, but again, it's kind of a welcome, not challenge, but like a welcome. It was kind of nature's code. Can you do a second album?
And with that upcoming tour, is there going to be any of these new songs? Can we hear any of them on the road?
Yeah, yes, we will be doing.
How many? How are you going to split
It
it?
depends.
Put them in.
Depends on how many we get down, We're all just really excited to meet Demi Lovato when we're in the tickets.
They're going to be front
Front
row
row,
on
yeah.
Sunday night, trust me.
Just trying to enter that.
They've already
Sorry.
entered the competition.
Can we enter?
Yeah, you can enter right now if you want. Who's got
We're
your
in
phone on?
Chandler.
In studio, do the dynamics change between you guys? Does someone take a lead kind of in the studio, or is it all kind of an equal measure of...
It's kind of a committee effort, I suppose. Yeah. Like, it's us working with the two guys that we're working with in the studio at the minute, Brad and Charlie, who we're getting on really well with. It's a really good working relationship between the four of us and the two of them. So it's just a case of everyone getting their ideas heard, I suppose.
Yeah, and do people stand up? Who's be the one to let their voice be heard, like, proper?
Well,
It's whoever makes the strongest case.
Depends on
Yeah.
who's like if we're doing like the bass tech Peter B. Have his
That's not actually
ideas.
what happens, though, is it?
Do you want to have your tiff afterwards? Or, you can have it here in the studio, but it's a bit uncomfortable for the rest of it. Obviously, we mentioned the fact that you're Arctic Monkeys, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy year. Letterman, what's been the highlight for you? Is there one thing that stands out, or is it all kind of going to one and you just feel...
I'm not really sure. I mean,
It's kind of hard to
Forget.
lots of it's been good, to be honest. We did a couple of shows at home during the year. We did one in August, actually, in a little pub called Blessings in Cavan. A shout out to Blessings. Which was great. It was mad because we'd obviously been away and been touring, and it had been quite busy. I mean, being away from home can be difficult enough. So getting back and being...
And I guess
with
bringing it
home
from where
audience.
you had been doing sort of arenas and stuff and going to that must have just been...
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was just complete madness.
Yeah.
And the Late Late Toy Show's coming up next week. It's 4 years now since you guys were on it. Do you look back on that with positive memories, or is it kind of like, oh no, I was 14, I was 13,
Both,
what?
kinda.
Really?
13. Yeah, both.
It's got a charm to it.
Yeah, my
It
memory
has an incredible charm to it, and let's remind ourselves of it.
She was just 17, you know what I mean. And the way she looked was way beyond compare.
I was talking to Ryan Tuberty the other day, and he said when he saw you guys that night, he knew that you guys were going to be huge. Did you have that belief in yourself? Did you have that belief?
I didn't really know because we thought, just run the toy show. That's great. We tried 2 years before that as well. We tried
we got
twice
turned down
and
a few
had been
times.
bitterly left out in the cold about it, But no, it was great. And again, I didn't really think at the time, this is the start of something, because then there was another 2 years before we were back gigging again.
It's quite, it'd be bizarre if you were sitting there 14 thinking that it was definitely the start of a potential career in music. It's still only a potential career in music.
Come on now. Come on.
I don't know. It did kind of spur us on though to keep going. I mean, because it was meant to be like a once-off thing, and then after that we were like, oh well, we should get a set together and actually do some proper gigs, and that's how it sort of
And that is
started.
exactly what you're going to do. You're playing Cavan, Galway, Limerick, Belfast, Wexford, Donegal, and a gig in Dublin's Academy on the 10th. Thank you so much for coming in. If you want those dates, check out thestripes.com. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, lads.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.